Tackle with your Friday fishing report and forecast. Up on Lake Mohave, the smallmouth bite has chilled back a little bit, and that's due to a barometric pressure reading that dropped significantly on Tuesday evening. We had some thunderstorm activity up in the higher elevations and not much participation down here in the valley. However, it was what the low pressure system that moved in was widespread enough to kill that smallmouth bite. However, that is just temporary, and that bite is going to get going again. Plastics seem to be where that bite's heading, and later today, look for a video out on how to fish plastics on Lake Mohave. We're going to put that on there, but the jig bite, the wacky rig, Senko style worm bite, and the swim jig bite is starting to heat up, and that seems like that's going to be our next phase. Top water's still going. Spinner baits are going to be more of your reactionary baits that are going to work, and we're going to start moving into plastics as these fish move into these deeper sections of the coves and the secondary points, and that's about as far as it goes for smallmouth. But look for that bite this weekend to really pick up. Bluegill up on the lake has been excellent. There's some big fish there up there this year. These fish, I don't know what they're eating. Some special bluegill steroids or something like that, because these things they're getting big. And those are being caught on the magic baits, the soft little dough baits that look like the power bait. It's called magic bait. It's got the rainbow color. Biting on that, but especially what they're biting on is drop shot setup with a piece of a night crawler. Go to the backs of coves, look for overhanging trees or shadows that come out into those shallow sandy bottoms, and you're gonna find the bluegill there. Catfish, not a whole lot to talk about there up on the lake. Striper bite up on the lake has been really hit or miss, except for up at Willow Beach. Up at Willow Beach at the top there, trolling is the way to go with as big of a bait as you can get out there. If you've got, a 12-inch bait, 15-inch bait, 16, 18, bigger the bait, bigger the fish. Trolling seems to be the way that it's happening up there at Willow Beach. So get out there and see if you can get one of them chunks, because there's some big striper up there this year. All right, now we're gonna move on down to the river. This is in the Laughlin Bullhead area below Davis Dam. Now they're doing their crazy weird experiment with the river for trying to kill the caddisfly, dropping it down some days to almost nothing and then bringing it back up. Fish are still biting surprisingly with that. However, they're not doing that every day. And the days that they're leaving the water level between 1 unit, not down to a half, but 1 unit, 2 units at night, and then bringing it up to 3 or 4 in the afternoon, those are the days that you're gonna find in the deeper holes where those bigger fish are, and a lot more numbers are being caught on those days. However, people are still catching them on the days that they're dropping that river. Not sure how long that's gonna take, but there's a great way to find out what the river levels are gonna be ahead of time. You can find out 4 days in advance. Just Google Davis Dam water release. Click on that link, and then you're gonna see a PDF file of pages. You'll see these little dots with the times. It'll say Thursday, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and so on. You're gonna see a little dot. If you see a half a circle, that means that river's almost empty. That's half of a gate. Meaning on the Davis Dam, they have these gates that release the water out, and there's 6 of them. And a half of one of those is not much water, so you can literally walk across the river. 1 unit, there's plenty of water for fish. 2 units is awesome. So anywhere between 2 and 5 is where the money zone is. So look for those days where it doesn't dip down past 2 units and comes all the way up to 5 in the afternoon. Those are the days that hit the river, and those are typically always going to be your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, unfortunately. Same kind of days that jet skis are out. However, these jet skis don't get out there until about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's light enough to fish at 4:30. That's a good 5 hours of fishing that you can get in the prime time. Because usually, when you look on those graphs of the Davis Dam and the water release, as that water is coming up, and if it's timed right with the sun starting to get higher, that is when the bite just goes ballistic for those striped bass. So now, what they're biting on are black and salties and golden shiners for as far as live bait goes. For those that like to still fish, we've got sardines in stock. They stay on the hook a little bit better than anchovies, and actually they've been producing more fish as of lately. So we do have anchovies, we do have sardines. Sardines have been and we don't know how long we're gonna have the sardines. It was just kind of a surprise that we got them. We were able to get our hands on them. So we do have them now, and we really like the results that we're seeing from those. So if you're into frozen baits, come down and get some anchovies or sardines and bank fish with those. It's great. Lures for the striped bass have been the jerk baits. Bright colors have been working good. Blue has been working great. That's as far as for striper goes. Smallmouth in the river, lots and lots and lots of dinks. We do not know where those bigger fish went. We have not been catching the bigger fish on the river as far as the smallmouth go. We have actually been catching some bluegill on the river, which hasn't always been the case. So I think with these water level fluctuations, we're seeing bluegill get blown out into the main stem of the river, out of these lagoons and backwaters, because they're draining it so low that those fish are forced out into the main stem. River getting really low in those rocky corners where those bigger smallmouth, I think they're downriver is really the only thing that we can come up with. And if we're catching bluegill in the main stem of the river, that's a little odd, but we do think that's attributed to those water levels coming down and those fish actually being forced out into there and just not finding their way back into those lagoons. So hopefully it doesn't really do anything to the populations. But again, that just adds another fish to fish for out there. So, whisker fish, catfish. The only place we've been seeing those getting caught as of lately is on the Davis Dam area, both on the lake side and just below the dam on the river side back there at Pyramid Park. Stink baits, mackerel, dough baits, anything bloody, and my favorite, chicken breast with strawberry Kool-Aid. Big tip. Okay, I know you probably have never heard of this. It sounds crazy. It's not crazy. A lot of people in the Midwest fish this way for cats, and I'm surprised that a lot of people don't out here. Chicken breasts or chicken thighs, raw of course. Throw in a couple packs, put in a Ziploc, throw in a couple packs of strawberry or cherry Kool-Aid dry mix that up. Be sure not to get it on your hands, your shirt, it stains and you ain't getting it out. But catfish love that, so that's your tip of the day. Throw a big chunk of that on a circle hook, heavy weight, deep water by the dam, and hang on because you're gonna get one. All right guys, hopefully this helps you out for this weekend. Again, come down to River King Tackle in Bullhead City. We're located on the 95 right across from Terrible Herbs. Hopefully this information has helped. We will be open all weekend. Come down and visit a vet. Elijah and I will be fishing in a bass tournament this weekend. However, shop will be open and we're fully stocked. We got a lot of new product in the last few days. So come on down and check it out, and we hope to see you out there fishing this weekend.